वेलकम टू इजी एनसीईआरटी। इजी एनसीईआरटी चैनल में आप सभी का स्वागत है। इन टुडेज वीडियो वी विल डिस्कस एनसीईआरटी क्वेश्चंस एंड आंसर्स एज वेल एज प्रीवियस ईयर बोर्ड एग्जाम क्वेश्चंस फ्रॉम द इकोनॉमिक्स एंड चैप्टर फर्स्ट, दैट इज़ डेवलपमेंट। आज की इस वीडियो में हम लोग इकोनॉमिक्स के चैप्टर फर्स्ट, पहले चैप्टर डेवलपमेंट से सारे एनसीईआरटी क्वेश्चंस आंसर प्लस जो पिछले साल के बोर्ड एग्जाम्स में क्वेश्चंस आए हैं इस चैप्टर से, उन सभी को डिस्कस करेंगे। आइए स्टार्ट करते हैं। Development of a country can generally be determined by its per capita income, its average literacy level, health status of its people, or all the above. The answer is all the above. Which of the following neighboring countries has better performance in terms of human development than India? Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Nepal, or Pakistan? Answer is Sri Lanka. Assume there are 4 families in a country. The average per capita income of these families is rupees 5,000. यानी average जो है 5,000 है. If the income of 3 families is rupees 4,000, 7,000, 3,000 respectively, what is the income of the 4th family? तो एवरेज का हम लोग फॉर्मूला लगा के आंसर निकल जाएगा 6,000 rupees. What is the main criterion used by the World Bank in classifying different countries? What are the limitation of this criteria, if any? The average income, that is per capita income, is the main criteria used by the World Bank in classifying different countries. यानी कि average income या per capita income ही main criteria है. According to World Development Report, countries with per capita income of $10,066 per annum and above in 2004 are called rich or developed countries. On the other hand, countries with per capita income of $825 or less are called low income countries. Limitation of per capita income is it does not tell us about how the average income is distributed among the people in the individual countries. The countries with the same per capita income might be very different with regard to income distribution. One might have equitable distribution of income while the other might have great disparity between the rich and the poor. Next question is, in what respect in the criteria used by the UNDP for measuring development different from the one used by the World Bank? The criteria used by the UNDP for measuring development is different from the one used by the World Bank in the following aspect. The World Bank uses per capita income as the sole criteria for measuring development, while the UNDP uses criteria या human development index based on the combination of factors such as health, education, income as the criteria for measuring development. Thus, the UNDP does not really solely on per capita income as the criteria for measuring development as in the case with the World Bank. Why do we use averages? Are there any limitation to their use? Illustrate with your own example related to development. यानी कि हम लोग एवरेज क्यों यूज़ करते हैं और इसकी क्या कुछ कमी है, तो एक एग्जाम्पल के साथ बताइए. We use averages because they are useful for comparing differing quantities of the same category. For example, to compute the per capita income of a country, averages have to be used because there are differences in the incomes of diverse people. However, there are limitations to the use of averages. Even though they are useful for comparison, they may also hide disparities. Kerala with lower per capita income has a better human development ranking than Punjab. Hence, per capita income is not a useful criterion at all and all should not be used to compare states. Do you agree? Discuss. The answer is no. I do not agree with the statement that per capita income is not a useful criterion at all. Kerala with lower per capita income has a better human development ranking than Punjab because human development ranking is determined using a combination of factors such as health, education and income. So, this does not imply that per capita income is not useful. Rather, per capita income is one of the development factors and cannot be neglected. The World Bank uses per capita income as the criteria for measuring development and comparing states. But this criteria has certain limitation because of which determination of Human Development Index, that is HDI, is done using this criteria along with some other development factors like health, education, etc. Find out the present sources of energy that are used by the people in India. What could be the other possibilities 50 years from now? The answer is the present source of energy that are used by the people of India are electricity, coal, crude oil, cow dung and solar energy. Other possibilities 50 years from now could include ethanol, biodiesel, nuclear energy and a better utilization of wind energy, especially with the imminent danger of oil resources running out. Why is the issue of sustainability is important for development? Sustainability for development or sustainable development refers to the development which is done without damaging the environment and other resources. In other words, balancing the need to use resources and also conserve them for future is known as sustainable development. The issue of sustainability is important for the development because development must happen in tandem with future. If natural resources are not sustained, it will cause a stagnation of development. The earth has enough resources to meet the need of all, but not enough to satisfy the greed of even one person. How is this statement relevant to the discussion of development? Discuss. The answer is, this statement is relevant to the discussion of development since both resources and development go hand in hand. As the statement claims, our earth has enough resources, renewable and non-renewable, to satisfy everyone's need if you use them in an economic manner. For the sustainability of development, the consumption and maintenance of resource is also crucial. We have to use the resources keeping our environment protected and clear so that there is a balance between the development and use of our resources. As otherwise, after a certain point of time in future, the development will be stagnated. List a few examples of environmental degradation that you may have observed around you. Environmental degradation manifests itself in different ways: deforestation, falling level of groundwater, soil erosion, water pollution, burning of fossil fuels, the hole in the ozone layer, and combustion from automobiles causing extreme air pollution, especially in urban areas, are some of the examples of environmental degradation. What is the main criterion used by the World Bank in classifying different countries? What are the limitations of this criterion? Asked in CBSE 2010. Or explain the meaning of the term rich countries and low income countries according to the World Development Report of 2006. What is India's position in this respect? This question is asked in CBSE exam 2013. And the answer is, the World Development Report 2012 brought out by the World Bank was given the following criteria in the classifying countries. Rich or high income countries. Countries with the per capita income of $12,276 per annum and above in 2010 are called rich countries. And poor or low income countries, the countries with the per capita income of $1,005 or less are called low income countries. India comes in the category of low middle income countries because its per capita income is in 2010 was just $1,340 per annum. The rich countries, excluding countries of Middle East and certain other small countries, are generally called the developed countries. Limitation of this criteria is that it covers only the economic aspect, ignoring peace, health, environment, education, longevity, etc. The method does not provide us the distribution of income also. What is development? Mention any two features of development. Development is a comprehensive term which includes increase in real per capita income, improvement in living standard of people, reduction in poverty, illiteracy, crime rate, etc. Two features of democracy are different persons have different development goals, and the second is income is a major component of development. What is national income? Asked in CBSE 2009. National income is defined as the total value of all the goods and services produced within a country plus net income coming from abroad. What is per capita income? Asked in CBSE 2011, or define the term average income, which is asked in the CBSE exam 2008-2009. When the total income is divided by the total population, it is called the per capita income. And per capita income is equal to national income by population. State the criteria used to compare the different countries by the Human Development Report published by the United Nations Development Programme UNDP. Per capita income, life expectancy at birth, literacy rate, and other basic necessities like clean drinking water, sanitation, etc., which is the new area of knowledge in which scientists, economists, philosophers, and other social scientists are working together. The area is sustainability of development. What is meant by human development? This question has been asked in CBSE in 2011 and 12. It is the process of enlarging people's choices as well as raising the level of well-being so that they can lead a purposeful and creative life. Though the national income and the per capita income are the indicators of human development, but it includes many other elements like consumption, health, environment, education, freedom, security, non-violent atmosphere, etc. What is sustainable development? Asked in 2008, 2009, 2011. Sustainable development is that process of economic development which aims at maintaining the quality of life of both the present and the future generations without harming the natural resources and environment. Which organization measures SDR? Mention any three major indicators of SDR. Asked in CBSE 2012. The organization is UNDP, and the three major indicators of SDR is education level, health status, and per capita income. Mention any two important aspects of our lives other than income. Asked in CBSE 2008. The two important aspects of our life other than income are health and education. How can we achieve our hopes and possibilities in the present world? Asked in CBSE 2008. So we can achieve our hopes and possibilities through democratic political process. What is public distribution system PDS? Asked in CBSE 2011, 2009 and 2010. The public distribution system is a system through which the government distributes ration to the poor at a reasonable rate through the ration shops. Next question is mention two development goals of landless rural laborers. Asked in CBSE 2008. The two development goals of landless rural laborers are more days of work and better wages, and second is quality education for the children. Why has Kerala a higher human development index than Punjab in spite of low per capita income? This question has been asked in CBSE 2009 and 11. So Kerala has a higher human development index because it has low infant mortality rate and it has higher literacy rate. Mention any four characteristics of development. CBSE 2010 and 2011 has been asked. The four characteristics of development are different people have different development goals. First, what may be the development for one may not be development for the other. It may be destructive for the other. Third is income is the most important component of development, but along with income, people also seek equal treatment, good health, peace, literacy, etc. And the fourth is for development, people look at mixed goals. Describe any three features of developed country. Asked in CBSE 2013 and 14. The three features of developed country are, as per the World Bank report 2012, any country with per capita income of $12,276 per annum and above is termed as rich or developed country. Second, such countries have high literacy rate. And third is most of the people of these countries are engaged in service sector. What is PCI, where it is used? The PCI is per capita income. It is calculated by dividing the national income of the country by population. Where it is used, so it is used to compare different countries. The World Bank has divided the countries into rich or low income countries on the basis of per capita income. What may be development for one may not be development for the other. Explain by giving example. This question was asked in CBSE 2012. Or with the help of an example, show two groups who may have different notions of development. Asked in CBSE 2010. Answer is, it is true that development for one may not be development for the other. More wages means development for a worker, but it can go against the entrepreneur. A rich farmer or trader wants to sell food grains at a higher price, but a poor worker wants to purchase it for low prices. Construction of dams means more and cheap power, but people who will lose their habitat will demonstrate. What is national development? What are the aspects covered under the national development? Asked in CBSE Board Exam 2010. National development is a comprehensive term which includes improvement in living standard of people, increase in per capita income, providing social amenities like education, media care, social service, etc. to the citizens of the country. Under national development, a country uses its resources in a fair and just way. Under this, only those programs and policies are implemented which would benefit a large number of people. Under national development, countries focus more on social infrastructure, which includes education, health, and other social services. What is the significance of Human Development Index? Asked in CBSE Exam 2013. The HDI and Human Development Index is used to measure level of development of a country. It has been published by UNDP, and according to it, countries have been ranked. It is a comprehensive approach which covers all the major aspects of life. And fourth, apart from income, education, health status, life expectancy, etc. are considered for measuring economic development of a nation. Money cannot buy all the goods and services that one needs to live well. Explain. Important question asked in 2010-2013. Answer is, money or material things that one can buy with it is one factor on which our life depends. But the quality of our life also depends upon non-material things like equal treatment, freedom, security, respect of others, etc. Money cannot buy us a pollution-free environment, unadulterated medicines, peace, etc. There are many facilities like schools, colleges, parks, hospitals, which an individual cannot afford. All these are to be provided by the government or society. Money possessed by an individual even cannot provide us a type of government which take decision for the welfare of the common people. Apart from income, educational levels of the people and their health status are considered as measures to compare economic development of a nation. Infant mortality rate. This indicates the number of children that die before the age of 1 year as a proportion of 1000 live children born in that particular year. Literacy rate. This measures the proportion of literate population in the 7 years and above age group. Net attendance ratio. This is the total number of children of age group 6 to 10 attending a school. Life expectancy at birth. It denotes average expected length of life of a person at the time of birth. Why are the countries of the Middle East not called developed in spite of high per capita income? Asked in CBSE Exam 2010. The first, these are small countries. The gap between rich and poor is very high. Though per capita income in Middle East countries is very high, but there is a unequal distribution of wealth. These countries have high per capita income due to oil production. So they have only one major source of income. The World Development Report brought out by the World Bank has excluded these countries from the list of developed countries. Question is, highlight any 3 advantages of public facilities asked in CBSE Exam 2010. The first, public facility is the cheapest way to provide basic service collectively. Second, most of the poor people survive only because of public facilities. And third, there are many services like police, education, transportation, etc. which become affordable only if they are part of public facilities. How is BMI used to determine the undernourishment of a person? Asked in CBSE Exam 2013. One way to find out if adults are undernourished is to calculate what nutrition scientists call body mass index or BMI. In order to calculate, first of all, the weight of the person in kg is taken, then the height in meters is measured. The weight is divided by the square of the height. If this figure is less than 18.5, then the person would be considered undernourished. However, if this BMI is more than 25, then a person is overweight. What is meant by overusing a resource is explained with example. Overusing a resources means more uses of the resource than it is replenished by nature. Let us consider groundwater. It is an example of renewable resource. These resources are replenished by nature. However, even these resources may be overused. In case of a groundwater, if we use more than what is being replenished by rain, then we would be overusing these resources. This is what Indian states have done. For example, farmers of Punjab have overused the groundwater. This has led to lowering of the water table. Explain the importance of sustainable development with reference to groundwater by giving example, asked in CBSE 2013. Or what is meant by sustainable development, explained by taking the case study of water, asked in 2011 and 14. Sustainable development is the development of a country or world not only at present but the development which is to be continued and maintained for future generation. For example, groundwater is a natural resource which is replenished by nature. People of a particular generation must use water in such a way that people of future generation may also be able to use groundwater. People should be not overuse and degrade the quality of water so that water is exhausted, or if it remains, it is contaminated to such an extent that it becomes unusable for people of future generations. Consequences of environmental degradation do not respect national or state boundaries. Justify the statement. This question has been asked in CBSE 2012 and 14. Consequences of environmental degradation do not respect national or state boundaries. This issue is no longer a regional or national issue. Our future is linked together. Sustainability of development is essential for all the mankind, and it is our common responsibility to save the environment. These days, it is a matter of discussion among different countries of the world. Global warming, acid rain, etc. are not to be controlled by one nation. It is a global matter of thinking and finding the solution. Next question is, why is literacy essential for the economic development? Explain. Answer is, illiterate people are easily cheated and exploited by the traders, shopkeepers and employers. There is a shortage of skilled laborers or workers in India. This shortage can be reduced only through literacy. Most of the illiterate people are engaged in primary and unorganized sector, so their earning is very low. How do the women engaged in paid jobs fulfill mix of goals? Explain. This question has been asked in CBSE 2014. Answer is economic independency. If a woman is working, she will get economic independency. Equality. As per the law, working women need to be treated equally. Respected. A working woman will get respect not only in the family but in the society also. So, by these ways, women engaged in paid jobs fulfill mix of goals. So students, I have tried to cover all the questions that can be asked from this chapter, and also covered the previous year board exam questions from this chapter. I hope this will help you in preparing for board exams. Thank you, and wait for the next video for the next chapter, which is coming soon.